everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Unreal World with me. I am Wolfric and we are in Drick territory. I said that I'd probably be coming this way and I have. However, I have had a change of mind as to what I am going to be down here for. A couple of comments on the videos mentioned the ironworking aspect of Endive's self-sufficiency mod that I've got installed, and it's a very bloody good point. I've had it installed for, well, bloody ages, months I would say, and I have still never actually tried it. To be honest, I was a little bit intimidated by it because I wasn't sure how complicated it was going to be, how difficult, but screw it. It's as good a time as any to start using it, so we're not down here to buy an axe. However, we are down here, so while we are, we may as well put use to it, especially seeing as we've got items on us that we don't need. I don't need 2 knives, I don't need a scimitar, I don't need an extra short bow and hunting bow, and I don't need this extra mace. So we have got plenty of stuff on us to trade, but I'm not going to trade it for tools. I've decided that I'm going to go back home after we've finished here and we're going to make our own tools. So what we're going to do down here is buy more food. So these fish, dried trouts, we're going to bag them. Anything that's reasonably cheap and useful we will just snag up. So what do we got here? Leather shirt, don't need. Fur shirt and leather shirts. Ring gauntlets we can make with the ironworking mod, and a net, which again we can make from branches and cord. So let's zoom out a bit and see what we've got around here. So that's those two there. What have we got up here? That's a house up in the top right. What's this little shanty over here? 10 smoked breams. No, they're too small. And a net. A shovel, we've already got one. So nothing in there of interest. Let's try it in here. More fish. Smoked pike perches. And a bag of rye grains. I could buy that and make rye flour, but again, not too fussed. We've got a 12-pound bag of flour that we've not touched yet. Badger cuts. 16 dried kappa kale. 13 dried badger cuts. We could pick up the badger cuts. They're dried. Any dried food is good. I'll take dried. So we'll take that. I'm not taking the salt. It may be quicker than oh, okay. Sorry, I saw the red writing and heard her shouting and thought that it meant that they were gonna hound me for payment, but no, they're just reminding me to talk to somebody when I want to leave. What was I saying? Completely lost my train of thought. Damn. Bag of... oh, salt. Yes, that was it. It may be quicker and easier than smoking, although I'm not sure if it is easier or not, but I'm not fussed about it. I'm not going to bother with salting food, it's too inefficient. Bag of barley flour, rye flour. We could pick up another bag of rye flour, but again, we've not really touched the one we've got, although I would not say no to having another bag on hand. Woodsman's axe and fine leather shirts, don't need either of those. What's in here? A splitting axe we don't need, and a punts we don't need. Right, this we will take, because with the iron crafting mod, you make, we'll go through it in detail when we get back home, but basically you dig out iron, you melt it down and you make blades, and then you're able to mount those blade heads onto handles, and there you go, you have your things. But these are all the items that we can actually make. We can make an hammer and anvil to actually make the rest of the goods, and then you can make a knife, a spear, a hand axe, the complete collection of different axes, and then sickle, short sword, shovel, pot and wooden tub. But you can only make a normal knife. You cannot make broad knife, hunting knife, etc, etc. So considering broad knives are brilliant for hide working, and I thought I already had one but I was mistaken, I'll pick one up. I'm not too fussed about a dagger. let's have a look at the dagger. I have got the sound turned back on at the minute. Taken? What do you mean taken? I don't understand that. I don't know, I guess we'll find out when we get to payment. Yeah, I've turned the music back on, so I'm not quite sure how loud it's going to be, so I will try not to talk while the music is playing, but I will have to check the audio levels. Okay. Dagger, there is no audio on, so we are not fussed about taking that. We don't need a dagger. And what's this up here? Salt and a fine fur hood. Again, we don't need, so we'll check this last hut. And what have we got here? Fish. Smoked salmon's lovely. Best fish in the world. I love smoked salmon. Beaver fur, already got one. A crossbow. First time I've ever seen one of these, ever, in Unreal World. I know that they existed, but I've never seen one before. Basically a powerful short bow mounted horizontally on a wooden stock, blah 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 blah. Commonly used for hunting. Okay. So that's that, but the point of that is now we can get the crossbow, but I haven't seen any ammo for it, which would be bolts, and I am fairly certain that I cannot craft bolts in the game. No, just arrows. That could be a problem, because I would like a crossbow if it's meant to be good for hunting, and it does have a point to be able to walk around with it preloaded. It means that we don't skip a turn waiting for it to as you've seen, when you have a bow and arrow, unless you have the bow equipped in your 1 slot, and unless you have an arrow already equipped in your 2 slot, it skips a turn for you to get the arrow out of the quiver and draw it on the bow before you actually shoot it, which gives the animal 1 turn to leg it. But to have a crossbow that is already loaded at any given time, I don't know if that means that it only takes up 1 slot as opposed to 2, but I can't find in the game. There are now special types of arrows for typical bows and crossbows. Arrow is therefore the thing you shoot with a bow to shoot with a bow. Yeah, so apparently arrows aren't just universal ammo for both. Apparently I would need to get bolts as well, unless it comes under iron? No? Ironworking? No. That is rather disappointing. Iron armors? No, it wouldn't be under there. Well, I guess I could see how expensive the crossbow is, and if it is a reasonable price, we can take it, hold on to it until we hopefully come across some ammo in the future. Yeah, quite the disappointment. That would have been nice. I don't think there's anything else here that we really want, so we will find somebody and trade. Ask who they are, who we are. All nicey nicey. Right. Back to chat selection mode and trade. Yes, I would like to pay my debt. You've got 7 dried trouts, 13 dried badger cuts, fine broad knife, 4 smoked salmons, and a crossbow. Okay, let's offer. So we want to trade 1 of the knives. Let's see how that gets us. Very marginal. I have a feeling that the crossbow is going to bump everything up in price, which is fine with me because I want to get rid of as much stuff as I can. Okay, the scimitar is pleasantly close. Offer another item. Let's offer the short bow. Just a few more things away. Okay, the mace is all good. Actually, knife, scimitar and short bow. Right, hang on. Knife, scimitar, short bow, and we'll try the hunting bow because I believe the mace is the second most valuable there next to the scimitar. So we might want to keep the mace just so that we might be able to buy something else more expensive later. So yeah, they'll take that, so it's a deal. Okay, lovely. Right, so now let's leave here. Actually no, let's not leave here. Let's we're well fed and everything, so we don't need to worry about that. What have we actually got on us in the way of our food and drink? We've got to fill up one of our skins at least. Oh, we've got the beaver furs with us as well. I forgot about that. Maybe beaver furs are good for trading with the foreign traders, so if we can come across them in our travels, maybe they will have some bolts that we can trade for. So we've got plenty of food with us. So yeah, let's just fill up our skins at this. Wrong. That. There we go. Fill up our skins at that little well, and let's come and get a nap in this person's nice house. We'll sleep in the corner. Ooh. We'll sleep in the corner next to the door. Okay, so sleep. We woke up and it's early morning, lovely. Right, we don't want to wake everyone up, so let's just get going. Thank you for your hospitality, people. We shall leave you be now. Oh, stop following me. You've had all my stuff. Right, so that was that village, and we're pretty well off after that. So let's have something to eat. Let's go through the smoked forest reindeer. Not that it makes a whole lot of difference, but just for the sake of it. Right, so now let's try another village. There's one down here. Let's see if they've got any bolts or anything else of interest. Let's see. Carving axe. That's fine. We will come back to that later. Right, let's have a look. What else? What have you got up here? A smoked alcohol. A pot would be nice, but again, we can make them ourselves. Fur leggings. Dried salmons, yum, and a broad knife, but we've just bought one. Let's see what else. Dried pike. Nah, we'll be alright with the dried salmons, that should be more than enough. Yes, when you've picked up it all, yada yada, blah blah blah, I'm not going to run away with your stuff. 5 smoked capercaillie, 11 roasted elk, don't need any of that. Let's see, quite a small smattering of houses in this particular village, nothing too much going on. Oh, there's some more up here, just a lot more widely spaced out than the last one. Ring cowl, rye grains, ooh, bag of barley grains, bag of salt, iron, rarer braces. Okay, never heard of them before. I've heard of van braces, but never rarer braces. Braces. It's almost like the Harley Davidson drivers from South Park. Let's have a look what's in these little shacks. Ring cowl, rye flour, And nada. And this little shed. Fine gauntlets. And a carving axe. Don't need any of those. Smoked burbots, perfect net, spear, and a longbow. I'd like to get a longbow without the rough thing on it. So I wonder. Arrows. We've got plenty of arrows at the minute. Now, if I remember correctly, it won't let us trade 1 for 1. Like, it won't let me trade a rough longbow for a normal longbow because it's finicky like that. But we'll try it since we're also trading for other things as well, and we'll try adding the spurbots as well here. So we'll trade with you, mister. And we'll greet you, and I am Wulfric. Who are you? I am known as Juicy. Hey, Juicy! Right. And trade items. Offer items for payment. Rough longbow. Mace. And let's see if you... Ooh. It's you who wants the rough longbows, not me. However, the rest of your... No. So as you can see, mace is quite valuable. Right, I'm going to try and trade the... You know what? We're going to take a break here. I'm going to have a quick think about this, and then we're going to come right back, and we're going to do this because I think I can do a workaround on this. I'm pretty sure if I trade the rough longbow for the food, then I can trade... Then that will get rid of the rough longbow, and then I can trade the mace for the proper longbow. That seems to work. So we'll put a break here, and when we come back we'll do that. So thank you for joining me once again today. If you've enjoyed, then please like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, I will see you later.